Hi, my name is Shaman. I'll be taking a perspective from India today on how COVID 19 impacted the trans community. A little bit about myself. Let me give you a quick context about the trans community in India. The trans women or the trans feminine community, as across the world, has largely been secluded in India as well. They live in the outskirts and are largely dependent on rituals which they perform on celebrations, weddings, parties where they get alms from people. They're also largely dependent on daily sex work and begging. The trans men community, on the other hand, is also largely secluded. They're highly invisibilized, they live in silos, and live with families sometimes, as well as are dependent on daily wage income. The COVID 19 pandemic brought on a lot of challenges for the community. We will be discussing some of it right now. The first one being lack of any kind of financial saving. As the trans community is dependent on day to day earnings, they didn't really save anything for a rainy day. And when COVID 19 struck, they didn't have anything to depend on. The second challenge was due to lack of proper identity cards that trans community in India has. Most of them, since they run away from their homes, do not have their identity cards with them, or sometimes they have an identity card with their dead name. And hence, when the government came forward with some of their initiatives, they were not able to avail some of them because they really didn't have any identity proof. The third challenge was not having even bank accounts because they didn't have any identity cards. They were not able to open any kind of bank accounts and not receive income or donations from either NGOs or even individuals. The fourth challenge came when the lockdown was implemented. The trans community members who were staying at home faced a lot of harassment and violence from their family members for being for not being able to express their gender identity. They didn't find a safe space at home. Another harassment and violence came from landowners or house owners when the trans community was not able to pay rent. A lot of the facilities that was provided by the government and NGOs were in the form of groceries, but the rent required direct cash transactions, and hence the trans community faced a lot of harassment from the house owners as well. Another difficulty that the trans community faced was in terms of their jobs. A community which is highly stigmatized and ostracized in their workplaces was an easy target for the layoffs, and new jobs were even more difficult. The last and the most important aspect of the trans community in COVID 19 was lack of any healthcare facilities provided for the trans community itself. The lack of trans friendly doctors in the COVID 19 wards, the COVID 19 wards itself being divided into male and female segments, and no affirmative services for the trans community in the lockdown was one of the most serious concerns. Support came in many ways, but some of the response system that came from government also lack the understanding of the issues that the trans community faces, and hence mostly went to waste. The community was largely dependent on the services being provided by the non-profits and the NGOs or the philanthropic institutions. The corporates also largely failed to come forward and support the community because of large funds being diverted to the national PM fund. And hence, the trans community got highly deprioritized and didn't really kind of get the support that they should have, being one of the most vulnerable and ostracized community in India.